Okay, 6/5/16 garden update, and a quick note. The previous video about the spiky plant with the yellow flowers, I said the wrong date, so make note and update that. Alright, well, here's the star of the show, kind of. Here he is next to my hand. It's a cool shape to it. But on the same plant, I have more smaller ones. Down here. And then and more, well, not tomatoes yet, but lots of flowers. I think this guy here, I'm pretty sure there's a tomato inside, but it's not big enough to show yet. And this is the one where I took the leaves off one of the stems here this summer. Yeah, I can barely see it. And then I just put out a new shoot over here. Well, this one was already kind of there as a sucker, but it grew into a really nice plant. The little tiny tomato plant, the super producer, has still a buttload full off him. Problem is, he's sitting right here by the eggplants, or with the eggplants in a container, and they're just, well, taking over. He barely has any room to stick out, so the sooner I can get him out of there, the better. Eggplants are doing really nice. That one's getting pretty big already down here. I'll put my hand next to it. Everything's kind of growing together now. Well, my hand's next to it, but the leaves are in the way now. Let's see. Come on now. Alright. Oh. Comes down all the way down to there. And this is the chocolate sprinkled tomatoes. It goes from here all the way to through here is laying down. The actual plant is right over here. And I have some tomatoes here that are almost ripe. That chocolate sprinkle guy over here. There they are. I think the green parts are supposed to turn brown, but I'll be finding that out later. So I'm going to let them go for a bit longer. Cucumbers, they're going all over the place. Oh, yellow cherry, doing really well too. Yellow tomatoes in there. Let's see here if I can find them. Yep, I think that's like, I can't tell. It's too much glare here. I can't tell if I'm pointing the camera at the ripe ones or not. They're actually yellow. But tomatoes are there, and they are really yellow. And that one's here, but the actual root is down here. Jalapenos is doing well. Well, it's one plant, but he has lots of peppers on him. Well, not too many, but good amount. Has more peppers coming out there. I had two of them so far. The one I had that was immature, had no flavor. The mature one, I did get one here yesterday, and he was somewhere on there. I can't remember exactly where now, but oh, it was right there. Flavor actually tastes like a bell pepper, no spice. These guys, I'm still waiting for them to get bigger. There's one little tiny one that was like maybe a quarter-inch long that turned red. I ate them. When it turned red, it actually had really nice flavor, but that one had no heat, possibly because it was just a tiny guy. That eggplant I have in here. Where'd it go? Somewhere in here. Well, that's come on now. Let's see, and okay, so there's the actual fruit, which is kind of hard to see, but it's really fat. The skinny ones over there, but only one. The skinny ones have a lot of them on them. Watermelons growing well, but not much happening. No melons on them yet. The cucumber is actually showing promise now, so I've been watering 3 times a day. And then I have a bigger one in here. Looks really cool. Let's see if I can get this into refocus. He's in the shade. But that one's probably close to 2.5 inches now, so hopefully I'll eat him in about 2 or 3 days. The onions into the shade. Now they're almost constantly in the shade because they almost died when I had that heat wave. Got a lot of this crap on here. But now they seem to be coming back. They're getting some more greenness on them. There's some new stuff in here. Okay, there's another. It's doing pretty good. I mean, they're not big yet. There's a few of them on here. And more over here. There it is. This is the debut. Yeah, I think that's the name. Has become a twin top. And, well, possibly a triple one coming off of here. And then the Mr. Stripey that I planted beside him is right here. He's starting to grow really good. The original Mr. Stripey is right here. Has a lot of tomatoes on him. They're small. That was like one of the originals. It was already on there when I bought the plant. So the flavor was pretty good, but he was sitting there like halfway in the dirt from when I topped him off. So it was kind of a little funky, but didn't quite turn the right color, I should say. It didn't have the yellow stripes and it cracked. But it still was really tasty. So I'm happy about that. I just hope they get bigger because the one I ate was really like this size. So like a really big cherry tomato. I think they're supposed to get 2 or 3 times bigger. What else do I have for? Doesn't have any additional tomatoes yet since the one I ate, but she's gotten quite large as far as the plant. And let's see here. Yep, there's some flowers that have gone out. So I'm guessing there should be some. Oh, stop moving the camera. Some in here. Give it a week or so. I'll see what's happening. Let's see what else. Is there anything else I need to update? Oh yeah, apple tree. Shit. Is in here. Like I said, got him hidden in the shade. Let's pop right here. Doing pretty well. It did have some problems when the first leaves that came out into the sun weren't doing too great. Let's see here, you can see it has some brown spots on it. So it got sunburnt. The new leaves I've gotten pretty damn well. And now the whole plant, I have to say, is probably a foot tall. Well, tree-ish. It's not a plant. It is a plant, but it's a tree too. I'll put all these back where they belong. Especially these cucumbers and melons, they're going everywhere. So I'm trying to keep them neat. That's a fun jungle. I enjoy coming out here and checking it out. And playing with them. Talking to them too. So yeah. Alright, end of update.